everybody, there we go again here for our last game of, at least from a CET point of view, game of the day. It's 23:30 or 23:43 actually here at the CET time, so it's soon actually already the 27th of June, but either way, here it is, Isurus versus Tier. They actually changed their name. They were MCSS before, and they actually have their old name still because they didn't change their logo and everything, but they have like new roster, new whatever, and they somehow made it into Division 2, I think, of the JDL here in America, and therefore they qualified for the playoffs, which is quite surprising. So the top team you're gonna see there from the US, and the bottom team, Isurus, they hold up the flag for the Argentinian players out there. I already saw in our chat we have some Argentinian Pride players there, and they said like hopefully they don't embarrass us, and if they do that or not, that's the big question. My name is Heflatv, and casting with me is Grandis V. Helmark had to go, he's a lazy ass. He's really a lazy ass, but no, he has actually work to do, my Canadian fellow, and now we have a caster here from the US as well. Hello.
Hello, I'm pretty excited to cast. It's a wonderful time for me now. I know it's pretty late for you, but it's right in the evening for me, so awake and ready to cast some Dota. I guess we'll jump straight into the draft. It's interesting to see how different teams handle this current patch, but MCSS going to ban out the Batrider as well as the Ember Spirit, and Isurus going to ban out the Doom and Lycan. First pick Training Protector by MCSS, and the response will be Darkseer as well as Brewmaster picked up by Isurus.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I already had 2 games with the Brewmaster, and I actually had 2 games before that also with the Brewmaster, and even yesterday I had 3 Brewmasters out of 5 games, so yeah, I actually started to hate the hero, to be honest. Like, I had like a break because of my exam, so you guys were covering most of the games here for Heflatv, but since I'm back to casting, or more casting at least, I don't know, it took me like 2 days of casting till I grew really tired of this hero. But the fact remains, he has so much impact early game and mid game. You just have to pick him. Like, if you have a player that is really, really good on him, sure, why not? But on the other side, we have Dream Protector and Invoker. That means we have already one hero protecting the towers, as well as making at least the early kills quite hard to get with right clicks because of the living armor absorbing stuff, and of course the Invoker. So we already have 2 candidates for the mid.
Yeah, definitely. I expect the Invoker and Brewmaster to be the mid matchup. I don't know, a fairly boring mid matchup to watch without rotations. They shouldn't be getting any kills. Maybe once Brewmaster gets 6, he can make something happen on the Invoker. But outside of that, it looks like that's going to be the way both of these teams are going to play it. But there are always options with these 2 heroes. Invoker can take up the safe lane, or in certain situations, take the off lane if you are dodging an aggressive tri lane, and Brewmaster can be an effective off lane hero as well, especially on the Radiant side.
Yep, absolutely. What's quite unusual, I mean, so far everything is quite normal. I mean, the picks, they're not overwhelming. They go according to what we already saw on 6.8, 6.81, even A and B patch. But I'm quite surprised by the Ember ban of tiers here, because I don't know, Ember didn't make it into the first, or as a first ban material for quite a time, because I don't know, many teams dropped the idea of having him as a first pick, and yeah. But then again, some teams just don't want to see this hero against them, or maybe they have some sort of strategy that doesn't allow the Ember Spirit to be there, and therefore they go for it. But the second ban stage is there, and we have a Disruptor and a Sand King, so 2 supports getting banned out, and on the other side, Isurus taking out the Tinker, and even more unusual, actually banning out the AM. I mean, AM of course could always be picked, but I don't know, I casted in the last 50 matches probably just 1 AM. It won the game, but still, not many teams go for the AM anymore. It's just too of a greedy hero. The problem is, a game is never over as long as there is an AM on the pitch. That's the biggest problem. So one big downside, getting that hero fed, yes. The big upside is, when he's fed, the game is just, yeah, taking sometimes really sudden turns.
Lion.
Yeah, pretty much. MCSS are going to pick up a Lion for themselves. Doesn't really talk very much about how they want to play this draft. Lion, just a good all-around support, offers a lot of good single-target lockdown, as well as the ability to nuke down heroes. On the side of Isurus, they're going to pick up the Mirana here. They don't have the best setup for the arrow. In teamfights, you have the Brewmaster Rock to throw out, but that's not really a setup when you're going for pickups. And Darkseer Vacuum into arrow can work. But I'd look to have these supports coming out for Isurus at least have a reliable way to set up the arrow. And Shadow Demon and Bane are both in the pool, so whatever Isurus favor as their Mirana partner, I believe they'll be picking that up here.
Yeah, actually, I like the Lion. I like the Lion so much because against Brewmasters, I mean, since the Brewmaster is coming out and teams still don't go for a first ban on the Brewmaster, like there's many ways how to break a Brewmaster, and it is, of course, one way is to silence. And there we have many candidates. I mean, we saw Silencer like in one of the last games we just casted here, Serbia versus Russia in the MIT versus MYI game. And the second thing is, of course, Puck or Skyraf Mage or long-term stuns. When it comes to the Lion, with his 2 disables, if he gets the Brewmaster in an Earth Spike, followed up by a Hex, then followed up by some whatever collateral damage in the Finger of Death, this is something he's really vulnerable against, so taking him out is definitely an option before he gets the Primal Split, and this is really crucial. They need to get this through in a team fight, so the Finger of Death might actually be reserved for this Brewmaster, and that's why I really like it. Not to mention that, of course, with the AoE added to the Finger, also Lion has some quite nice potential. Unfortunately, I've never seen it so far, but I predicted for the TI like some Navi pocket strategy maybe, Lion plus Magnus, like RP into Finger of Death. That would be just amazing. But let's see if I ever see this in my casting career. Either way, on the other side we have a Mirana in the meantime picked up. So far the Mirana doesn't have a setup for her arrow, so for now at least she has to fish on her own. Then again, Shadow Demon is not banned, and we have also still the Bane on the pitch, so they could go for this setup if they wanted to. And yeah, there we go. Shadow Fiend, I say, Shadow Demon is coming out.
Honestly, I'm not sure why it took so long to pick up the Shadow Demon. Maybe, I'm not sure what else they were considering, to be honest. Maybe they thought that a Sand King could be good, but it was banned out by MCSS. So I don't know, I think...
yeah, I mean, we didn't know what they want to go for. Maybe that was farming Mirana, and they wanted to get something else. Or maybe this was a support Mirana with the Darkseer, and they wanted to pick other cores. But yeah, in the end, it took them quite some time of their bonus time, but sure. Now they have the perfect setup. So we have Disruption Soul Catcher into Arrow, and that's of course very, very potent, especially if the Lion, for example, gets caught out by this, like the Arrow from a long distance with a Soul Catcher, that's more than 50% of his HP.
Yeah, definitely. Also worth noting, if Lion's ever able to get a Blink Dagger, that instant initiation is very strong against Darkseer, Brewmaster, as well as Mirana, all very reliant on either their escape spells and Surge and Leap, as well as the Primal Split. And MCSS is going to pick themselves up a Puck, another good teamfight hero, and this is probably going to bump either the Invoker towards the safe lane, or more likely the Puck towards the off lane.
Yeah, and talking about Blink Dagger, now we actually have the second hero that is definitely in need of a Blink Dagger. I mean, we have the Brewmaster already, he needs a Blink Dagger for the initiation. Now we have a Puck. These are like 2 heroes with a must-have Blink Dagger. And of course we have optional Blink Daggers on the Dream Protector for his Overgrowth initiation, as well as a Lion. Like Lion having the farm for a Blink Dagger, I mean, to be fair, like if a Lion in a support role gets a Blink Dagger, the game is either very, very late or the game is already won, because the Lion usually does not get the farm. But of course a Blink Dagger on a Lion is a very dangerous thing. He directly blinks in front of your face, Earth Spikes you, maybe even on 2 or 3 targets, hacks right after on someone else, and maybe even if the positioning is right, an instant finger. So it's a very dangerous thing, and yeah, I can remain on the topic pretty much about Blink Daggers. Templar Assassin also a candidate for a Blink Dagger. Let's see if that's coming, but there's an instant answer to the TA, but I'm not even sure if that's the answer to the TA. There is an Outworld Destroyer for the mid. I mean, May, as I said, I don't know the player, but judging that he's like the team captain and everything, maybe he's also the mid player. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling that OD is going to try to get maxed up against the Brewmaster, because without his Thunderclap, Brewmaster really can't do anything in lane, and OD completely destroys Brew. Just with 1 or 2 Astrals, he's pretty much completely out of mana, and all he can have mana for is like 1 Drunken Haze, and that's about it.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as the mid matchup, Templar Assassin versus OD. OD is favored, but I think TA does better than the Brewmaster, but still, not having access to the Refraction really harms the Templar Assassin hero.
Yep. What I'm mostly worried about this game is that actually they have so many spells just to avoid certain things. I mean, we're looking at the Astral Imprisonment to dodge things offensively or defensively. We have a Disruption on Isurus side here by the Shadow Demon. Then we have, of course, Living Armor slowing things down, of course. We have a bunch of stuns. We have Moonlight Shadow. We have a Leap Away. We have the Overgrowth holding something in place. We have the Dreamcoil holding something in place. Like, this is getting, like, really... Plus, of course, the phase shift on the puck. So, like, in team fights, everything is really about the reaction time. Like, crucial spells can be avoided like by a lot of things here, and I think it comes down to who does it best. For now, actually, we had a small DC on Isurus side, and they also still have to pick up 2 of their heroes, so I start introducing at least the Dire side, and then we see how fast the Radiant guys are coming up. Mei playing here the Outworld Destroyer, and yes, I say Destroyer because it is Destroyer, even though it says Devourer, but yeah, for all those guys who are old Dota guys, you know exactly what I mean. Anyway, AZN Bluff here, playing the Lion. Albino Turnip, okay, that's an awesome name. He's gonna play the Invoker, and then is playing the Treant Protector, and stand-in to Garen on the puck. You don't, by any chance, know Mandarin or any of those Asian languages, right?
No, I couldn't help you there.
So
on
it's
the radio,
for now.
very well. I don't know. More than likely, I'll just call him Treant Protector this game. Sorry about that.
Yes.
Either way, on the Radiant side, we are going to have Team Isurus coming from Argentina. We're going to have Valkyrian playing on the Mirana. Let's see, DDX playing on the Darkseer, fullback on the Shadow Demon, Clarity on the Brewmaster, which will leave Papita on the Templar Assassin.
Yep, Clarity, that's also like an awesome Dota name. Like, I think you should make a team like Clarity, Tango, Salve, what else is there? Branch, or Ironwood Branch, and what else minimum item is there? We have to actually look it up. And Smoke. Like, that would be an awesome Dota team. Smoke, Dust, Branch, Clarity, Salve, Tango, as a stand-in. But let's see, I mean, at the moment, they should be ready. Yeah, at least Isurus is asking for a go, but I guess in the meantime... MCSS, oh, this name is horrible. I go with their new name. They're called Tier. Like, they actually said, like, the joinDOTA did a mistake. They made Tiers. That was actually my first joke I did today in the lobby, because I was like, he was like, hey guys, our name is actually Tier, not Tiers, and I was like, hey, wait till after the game, maybe 1 tier is not enough. But yeah, so Tier is the original name, and MCSS is the old one, so let's go with Tier. But unfortunately for the Treant Protector, you remain a tree. You absolutely remain a tree.
Well, Isurus did have a player swap after the heroes were all picked. Fullback is now going to be playing the Brewmaster, and the Shadow Demon going to be taken up by Clarity this time. So maybe a little bit of mind games, but I'm not sure if they've actually played against MCS or Tier before. So not sure exactly what that's about. But either way,
Yep,
everybody has settled into their heroes.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. I mean, at the moment we see a tri-lane with the Darkseer enforcing this. We're gonna have a TA here on the safe lane, and of course, as predicted, the Brewmaster in the mid. This tri-lane actually being very, very potent, just for the fact that, of course, we have disruption into arrow, and then whatever is standing next to it, already giving Iron Shell ticks into it. With a search, you can even catch up to targets. And that's, of course, very potent as in getting kills. Now, we have another pause for unknown reason, but in the meantime, we can actually analyze who has wards and who is gonna stomp them anywhere. We have actually both observers are on the Shadow Demon, and we have no sentries anywhere, so they couldn't potentially deward anything. When it comes to the Dire side, both wards as well on just one support. They're not splitting it up. It is on a Treant Protector. I guess he's gonna go for one ward here somewhere in the mid, so that Mei has some vision. Do we have sentries anywhere? No. The puck is starting with... Oh yeah, actually the Lion. The Lion has 2 sentries, so yeah. Shout out to Lion. He actually goes for some dewarding attempt. I guess they're gonna need it anyway for the top lane, but he's not even heading top. At the moment, he is going bottom, at least heading towards it. Maybe he's gonna give something to the puck. I don't know. Oh, he's sharing. No, he just shared 2 tangos with the puck, so the tuck, the tuck. What am I saying? The puck not looking that naked anymore with his 3 branches. I guess the puck is gonna go for bottle crowing. I don't know if they go for Pinot Power and double Bottle Crow, but I don't know, like the OD maybe doesn't even need it, so they can go all out on the puck. But in the meantime, the Train Protector, of course, he's just scouting with the invisibility rune, and since there's no sentries on the other side, he doesn't have to fear anything. This is pretty much good. Oh wait, we had an arrow on
lands
the line.
onto Isurus. Let's see, no follow-up there, and he had the Train Protector if they needed some backup. So either way, no First Blood going to be thrown out. I believe that was just an arrow for scouting purposes, but did end up landing on the line and give some good harass.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's also a good omen. The first arrow is already a bullseye, and
oh,
look
disruption
at
as well as
this.
the stun going the way of Clarity. Clarity taking a lot of damage from these punches from the Train Protector. He's slowed down by the Leech Seed. Will they be able to get the first blood on him? Isurus is actually falling very low from the Ion Shell. One more auto attack from Valkyrie and will secure the first blood here. Clarity's salving up. Now he's looking to make a turn onto this Invoker. They're just chasing him down with the Ion Shell, and it looks like they'll be able to get this kill. That's a double kill for Valkyrie, and maybe they look for more. I don't think so. Train Protector under tower. They'll back off eventually.
Yep, that's a big one that just happened there. That's a first blood +1. That's you couldn't ask for a better start. And as I said, like, first arrow is a first bull's eye. That was already a good omen, and now with this, of course, they definitely made a huge impression here on the start. But in the meantime, let's look in the mid. Well, there everything is going just as expected. One is spamming the Drunken Haze, and the other one is spamming the Astral Imprisonment. Now this is also level 2, but it seems like top they want to go for more. There's an arrow, not connecting on anything, but let's see if they want to go for more. I mean, the Invoker is super slow, of course, 280 movement speed only, and the Mirana actually under the tower. Okay, but yeah, he got the tower aggro off actually. But Cold Snap?
No follow-up for that. Mirana was careful not to take the tower aggro while walking near the Invoker. She didn't have Ion Shell on her person, so in the end, it's going to be pretty much a wash-up in this top lane. Brewmaster's actually doing surprisingly well as far as last hitting is concerned. Although
yeah, but look at his mana.
He has 26.
Yeah, he is the proud owner of 26 mana, and every single spell costs a lot more. But look at the TA. The TA actually getting a huge chunk of damage here, and now actually, yeah, he might die. That last orb was just too much. No mana for a new refraction, therefore he goes down. That means at least they're striking back on their lane. So for the puck, everything is going well. I think now, of course, we are looking at a bottle. No, he's going for a face boots build. Now, disruption arrow on the lion.
And now, will they be able to follow it up? They sure will, with the right clicks being there. Clarity taking a lot of punches from the Train Protector, but he's being chased down by the Darkseer. Will there be a surge? Take the Shadow Demon out to safety. He sticks up and will survive. In the end, they're going to get the return kill on the Train Protector. Now Invoker going to be zoned out by Valkyrie.
Yep, I don't know what the Train Protector did there, but you saw it. He interrupted, actually, his attack animation. So that was a huge mistake, and therefore, well, in the meantime we have here a go on the bottom. At least the puck is getting here and there some damage. He has no regeneration whatsoever, but now in the courier there is a bottle, so he has a bottle on top of it, and Mei in the mid, well, he keeps that Brewmaster. Now he's the proud owner of 13 mana, so he can't even do anything. But Shadow Demon. This is quite a bold move. Like, with 0 stick charges and 170 HP, he's just saying hello to that mid lane. I think the OD could have just, I don't know, Astral Imprisonment right-clicked him down, but of course, he had enough mana for a disruption.
Yeah, I don't know. In the end, Clarity will be just fine. He's going to go up towards the top lane, maybe. We have a little bit of a wraparound coming up from the tree. Just placing a lane ward out in this tri-lane. To make sure that they have good vision of the support rotations coming up from the Shadow Demon, to make sure they don't get caught out yet again. Asian Bluff looking for a stun, maybe going to throw it on the Darkseer. Surge wasn't thrown out just yet. The Cold Snap follow-up is going to be there. DDX is not falling very low. He will eventually surge up. No other stuns to lock him down, and he will be able to run back to safety.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem you have, since the Lion just died here and there, like in those two engagements. It's, I don't know, he didn't have hacks. He needed that hacks before he gets the surge off, but he just dinged level 2 by the time the Darkseer pretty much triggered his surge. So therefore, yeah, another chunk of mana thrown out for no result whatsoever. 4-1 at the moment. The Argentinians, yep, holding steady to their lead, and yeah, they keep doing so. There at the moment we have, like, okay, I didn't expect this one actually happening. Puck is getting just owned by the, are you kidding me? And they go top as well.
And now they're looking for the kill on Albino Tump, and he will fall in the end as well. So another kill going the way of Isurus up in this top lane. Or yep. Turnip, excuse me.
This was really unexpected. First of all, that the TA gets a solo kill on a puck, that's very unlikely. At the same time, they dove here under the tier 1 tower. Tier 1 tower, of course, now also getting a lot of damage and the Shadow Demon helping there. The Darkseer will just take pretty much the next wave, even to the small camp, and of course with the Iron Shell he will clear that out easily, which means Mirana and Shadow Demon, they can do a huge chunk of damage. And by the way, like, I was just about to talk about the last hits, the CS, and the Brewmaster is still looking fine. Like, the OD has less CS, even though the Brewmaster has no mana whatsoever, but now they want to rotate in the mid, they want to make something happen. I mean, the Brewmaster, no mana whatsoever, nothing will change there as long as the OD is around. But it's really frustrating. Like, TA, Brew, and of course the Mirana, and even the Darkseer, they're leading the CS charts, plus 6 kills advantage. This is a horrible, horrible start here for Tier.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, but in the meantime, the puck. There's Waning Rift. No, he actually phase shifted. Oh, nice. Oh. But the arrow's not gonna find anything. He's gonna bottle up. There's one right click by the Mirana. Not enough. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, this bottom lane has just been a complete bloodbath. Not something you expect in the Puck TA matchup. Lion looking for a stun on the Mirana. Doesn't have to leap in order to get out of that. Still on cooldown for another 16 seconds. But no follow-up for that Earth Spike. And the TP bottom will be cancelled by the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, I mean, that was just too risky for the Puck. That was the biggest problem. Like, he didn't have enough mana. But yeah, in the mid we have actually a go. This time the Brewmaster, yeah, he has his ultimate.
Finally has enough mana, however the Astral will delay things for a little bit longer. OD should be dead here, the Boulder Toss is going to be there. They're TPing back with the Lion, not sure how effective that's going to be. They're going to throw the OD up in the air, dropping down with the Purge, and the auto attacks from the Brewlings will be there. Needs to back off with the Earth Panda, he's going to try to turn, gets a clap onto the Lion, finally has enough mana to use all of his spells. Now AZ and Bluff, only one more auto attacks, all he needs, he's being healed up by the lead seed, and it looks like fullback just going to be forced to get out of there. No Dream Coil to cancel that TP, yeah.
Yeah, a Shadow Demon just taking a punch by Roshan, rather than giving it to the enemy, so therefore he's just denying himself. Oh well, still 8-3 now, or at least on the scoreboard, with that suicide by Isurus. Like, actually Tier just managed to get 2 kills. But yeah, the Brewmaster, as soon as the stacks were reset, then I don't know, he can easily go for a kill on the OD, even with the Astral Imprisonment. So yep, it's not looking too good. And Puck TA going again for a nice fight. There's another Waning Rift, and he goes back. I mean, Living Armor, of course, helping him to stay on lane, but I don't know, the Puck with such a good start, of course, on the TA, but the TA is striking back with all the force he can.
Yeah, definitely. And in the meantime, Brewmaster making good use of the Radiant Jungle and has, I believe, a 3-stack here on the side, going to attempt for a 4th. Let's see if we'll be able to make it. No, this creep is just kind of standing there. Not sure what AI was doing there. But he will be able to clean this one up and get a lot of gold towards his Blink Dagger and actually get very close towards it after he cleans that up. On bottom lane, we might have something happening. I don't know. Puck and TA, I'm really not sure when to look over to that lane. They've just been killing each other left and right.
It's just going all the way. But TA has now exactly the level she needs, so she can go for the Puck all the time. The Psyblade and the melt hits on the Puck, if he doesn't phase shift in time, the Puck eventually can't really do anything. You have to wait till refraction is down and everything, and look at it, Puck just losing so much HP by Psyblade, and now melted. This one is actually dodged, but he's diving the tower now, and yeah, oh my god, there's Waning Rift. He's using the sticks, but he's still going down. It's absolutely crazy. But in the mid we also have a huge fight breaking loose there.
Well, Treant Protector might be chased down here. Astral ultimate deployed by the OD, but he's just going to die in the end. Disruption going the way of the Treant Protector, and they'll be able to chase him down as well. Nice sun coming after the line will delay things for now, and a very unopportune time for a pause coming out from the Shadow Demon. As we do have
puppy pause by definition.
Well, DDX is disconnected, so.
Oh well, but still, I mean, the TA just rocking the show now. Like, after, I mean, the TA was just as ballsy. That's why he, I guess, died under his tower, because he just, I don't know, went further than he should. He had no mana, that's why he died. Like, if Yuo was dying, like, how can a Puck get a kill on TA anyway? He just got caught without refraction, and then the Puck orb actually doing full-time damage. But now he turned this one around. This is the second time he gets a solo kill on the Puck, and oh my god, if that Lion...
Well, lead forward from Lion, a very short-range arrow. They should be able to chase down this kill, and one double damage smack from the Brewmaster.
The guaranteed kill, the guaranteed crit, plus a double damage, of course, on the Brewmaster. God, I hate this hero.
Yeah. Living Armor will delay this push in the middle lane. They shouldn't be able to make anything happen here. But in the bottom lane, TA's putting some pressure onto the tier 1 tower there, so they won't have Living Armor to keep that up, as Living Armor is only level 2 with the level 3 Treant Protector.
Yep, absolutely. And I don't know, we're almost at 10 minutes. I'm already swapping to net worth, and there you can see, like, the only one who can keep, I don't know, bit at least up in the net worth is the puck, but everything else is pretty much on
Well, speaking
trash
of the puck,
level.
he gets the silence off onto the Mirana. He threw out an orb, but not going to jaunt to that. A little too scary with clarity in the vicinity. Continue. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, with the waning rift level 4 that actually would have been a kill, but the puck, of course, he died twice, not having enough level. He missed so much XP now. That's why also the TA should be ahead now. Yeah, he's ahead like 2 levels, level 10 versus level 8, and he's even, yeah, well, with the next creep wave he's gonna get level 9 still. I don't know. We are 10 minutes in. I'm gonna have the first glimpse at the craft, and yeah, it will have one direction.
Oh,
but in the mid,
oh, blinking from the Brewmaster, and he's going to be able to Astral himself a stun, going the way of the Lion. They throw out the Moonlight Shadow to try to get back in range. Living Armor's going the way of the OD, and they will be able to chase down this kill on the Lion with the Immolation Aura coming out from the Fire Panda. Now OD going to be in a little bit of trouble. This Panda is going to time out, and he's going to rejoin himself. Doesn't have a lot of mana to speak of. He is going to throw out one crit. He's tornadoed up in the air. They're going to throw the lead seed. No, it's going to be cancelled by the Astral Imprisonment. EMP on the ground should zone out some of these heroes. Blink away from the Brewmaster out of the Astral, and just going to thank the OD for helping him retreat. And let's see if they'll be able to chase anybody else. There's going to be a Disruption arrow to follow up from Valkyrie, and it will be on the mark. Vacuum back into it. Very well played by them. I don't think that arrow would have hit other way, and Mei will fall down, and now they're looking for more Treant Protectors. Surged up on the Brewmaster, and he'll be able to crit him to death. And now they're looking for more Clap going to land on 2. They follow up on the Invoker here, and Albino Turnip. It's a complete massacre in the middle lane. They're looking for Blink Forward. They found out Asian Bluff, and he's going to fall as well. A full team wipe in the favor of Isurus, and GG called out.
Icy would say it's a full team wipe, but yeah, it actually is. It's an absolute stomp. 18 and 13 in 11 minutes. I think you can't make a more clear statement against this team. Like, they showed that Argentinian Dota is very solid, and wow, this is game number 1 in a best of 3, and I really hope that the players here from Tier have something more to offer in game number 2, because this one was so one-sided that wow, like, that was such a stomp. So anyway, let's not make a huge outro here, because it was not really worth to talk much about it. 10 minutes, fast GG, game number 2, last chance here for Tier to come back against the Isurus players that, yeah, played very convincingly. So be right back, 2 minutes, and game number 2 should be up. My name is Heflatv, casting with Grandis.